What's happening, everybody? Welcome to ProTalks. We are here at Dream Performance out in Fort Worth. My name is Lex Mathai. Our guest today is Kendrick Releford, and he is the owner of Dream Performance, but he also has a story in and of himself, so we're going to get into that today, learn a little bit more about Kendrick. So, Kendrick, first of all, tell me where you were born. How did your life start?
Born and raised here in Fort Worth, here on the east side, so we kept the gym on the east side.
Okay.
I knew the best thing for me from baseball, boxing, was staying active.
Yeah.
So that's why we stayed on the east side to give the other youth more activity, keep them out of trouble.
So tell me a little bit, if you're born and raised on the east side of Fort Worth, what is that childhood like? Give me the era of time. You don't have to let everybody know exact age, but what?
So I came up in the 90s. I'm an 80s baby.
Okay.
Came up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Back when Bloods and Crips was pretty huge, especially here on the east side.
Right.
So
a lot of people think of that as a California thing, but there's actually an element of that in Texas.
Yeah, it was really, of course, come from California, of course,
For
but
sure.
here in Stop 6 area, Eastwood, all that, we had a lot of killings and dealings going on too. So, yeah, the mid 90s, man, was pretty bad.
When were you kind of understanding of that lifestyle affecting your daily life? Did you understand that early?
Early.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially Stop 6 in the Eastwood area. So even in 4th grade, that's back when people were getting killed for starter jackets.
Yeah.
Now starter jackets are being sold in Walmart.
Sure.
So yeah, 4th grade was, 4th grade, 3rd, 4th grade was as early. Then things start changing a little bit once I got to high school.
Right.
It got a little lighter,
That would have been early 2000s?
No, I graduated in 2000, so 96.
Yeah.
So in 96 was my freshman year. But I gave you this, so 96, 94, my middle school 7th grade running back got sentenced to life in prison for multiple murders.
Really?
So he was in the blood. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was definitely close to home.
Now, did you play football also?
I did.
What?
Football, played pretty much every position.
Okay.
Pretty much quarterback, tight end.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
7th grade quarterback, man.
So were you always a little bit bigger than everybody else?
No.
Really?
Late bloomer.
Okay.
I actually wore my dad's clothes and shoes all through high school, and he 5'8".
Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
my mom 5'2", 5'3".
But you and your dad do favor each other in appearance, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw a picture of that, and I was like, you can't deny you.
Yeah. So the main thing, growing up, how you get so tall? This.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Uncles, I got a couple of tall uncles, but
For sure.
outside of that, it's just me.
Yeah. So you were telling me, I just heard in passing that you were saying your uncles were also affiliated in the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
Tell me who your early influences were just in life, and then we can get into boxing.
So, just in life, period. So I grew up in the gym.
Right.
So the gym was my babysitter, so that's pretty much all I knew.
Okay.
So I grew up in the gym with Steve Cruz, Troy Dorsey, Donald Curry, Gene Hatcher, all those legends to me and the world was world champions.
And these are all products of
Fort Worth.
Okay.
Came out of David Gorman's gym.
Yeah.
So that's 5 world champions in one gym. And they had the wrestling back in the Union Arena with Kevin Von Erichsen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So one part of the warehouse was boxing, the other part was wrestling.
And was this on east side as well?
Well, more the downtown area.
Yeah.
So I guess it's more the south.
Sure.
East. Yeah. So I remember as early as 4 and 5 going and watching them wrestle.
Yeah.
So this pretty much is life.
So who introduced you to the gym?
My dad.
Okay.
So Kenneth Releford is my dad. Vincent Releford, Anthony Releford, and George Releford.
So he's one of 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how I got into boxing.
Okay.
Putting my chair up under the speed bag.
Yeah.
Hitting the speed bag.
Okay.
So,
Was your dad a boxer also?
Yeah.
Did he compete?
So he winning Golden Gloves, regional and state.
Okay.
Then he turned pro.
Okay.
My Uncle Vincent tried for 2 Olympics, lost in Olympic trials. Then he turned pro.
Yeah.
Then my Uncle Anthony turned pro. My Uncle George he was the oldest.
Right.
He never turned pro,
Right.
but he fought in the Job Corps,
Okay.
Marines, and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So my dad did pretty good. Became a good rank fighter.
You know, what's crazy is different sports value the Olympic experience differently. Like for track and field, the Olympics is the pinnacle of what you would do.
For sure.
Versus as for boxing, you know, you see like in a main event, they say, yeah, he went to the Olympic trials in 2008 or 2012. He won the Olympic trials. He went to the Olympics, got a silver medal. It's almost like a stepping stone into the professional ranks. Now, did you have any experience with the Olympic experience?
So, no, I actually turned pro right after the 2000 Olympics.
Okay.
So I turned pro in 01.
Okay.
So before then, my main objective, listening to my dad, was to turn pro.
Yeah.
So that was my goal. Whereas for my Uncle Vincent wanted me to, hey man, get the experience of being an amateur, try for the Olympic team, try to travel, do things like that.
Sure.
So, of course, listening to my dad, I turned pro.
Would you do it differently now?
I totally would.
Really?
Experience-wise. So even though I was around boxing, I only had 18 amateur fights.
Wow.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have a couple hundred, right?
Yes.
Wow.
So my talent level was here, but the experience was still low.
Right.
So I would box, Golden Gloves, go play baseball, football.
Wow.
Box, Golden Gloves.
So you were just an athlete that would climb in the ring?
Pretty much.
Okay.
And we're just ready to roll.
So what is one of the things that you can gain from amateur experience that can increase or amplify your talent?
So, to me, the reason why, it's just the knowledge gained, the traveling experience, the brotherhood, and the maturity.
Yeah.
Gaining that from the amateur experience is huge.
What would you compare it to? Would you compare it to AAU in basketball, or maybe the NCAA or in the college ranks? Or? Because it's a very unique, the amateur fighting experience is a very unique experience. I don't think the regular layperson would understand it.
No. I think I would really just compare it to life.
Yeah.
For us jumping from, okay, just say football, jumping from high school to the pros.
Yeah.
Where you missing that. So that's why
it's like a farm system.
It is definitely a farm system.
Yeah.
So, of course, the more experience you get as an amateur, the better equipped you are as a pro.
Yeah.
So I've always told my fighters, I'd rather y'all be men fighting boys in the amateurs instead of turning pro, then you boys fighting men.
Yeah.
So that little bit right there is huge.
Okay, so let's say you've passed your age of fighting. You've put that chapter behind you. But let's go back to 2000, 2001. You're 18, turning 19, I'm guessing, and that's when you turned pro. Now you say obviously there is a gap in your amateur experience. So knowing what you know now, you in your current body get to go back and coach 18-year-old Kendrick. What's the main skill that you teach 18-year-old Kendrick?
Mostly
well, what's your greatest strength at that point, and what's your greatest weakness?
So my greatest strength was the talent. I was sparring pros at 15 and 16.
So describe what that means to someone who doesn't.
So okay, so I was an amateur. I was talented enough to spar with the likes of Junkyard Dog. Well, they were known local fighters here.
Right.
Like Jesse Shelby fought Holyfield.
Yeah.
So when I was turning pro, I got to spar with those guys.
Okay.
But I was sparring with those guys when I was 15 and 16.
So when you say talent, you mean your speed and your power?
Speed, power, defense.
Okay.
The thing is that I lacked fight experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was good at sparring, but in sparring it's definitely not the same as real life action.
Right.
So I didn't get to fight many amateur tournaments. So when I did fight, we were traveling all the time. Local fighters wouldn't fight me at that age because of the experience I had.
Sure.
So
you was a man among boys.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And so I thought.
Right.
Until you turn pro.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, now I'm the youngest.
Yes.
Now I'm the least experienced. My talent is good.
Yeah.
But
these guys have experience and they're feeding their family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that alone, with the mindset of feeding my family, is totally different.
For sure.
Whereas, I turned 19, turned pro. I want to buy a system.
Sure.
For the car.
Yeah.
Well, this man
much more recreation.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
He want to buy some milk.
Yes.
The baby need to feed.
Yes.
So even that mentality right there is totally different.
So you're saying the skill that you would teach young Kendrick is what? What would you teach him?
Skill, Patience.
Yeah.
Patience.
In terms of in the ring or just in
Both.
the career?
In life, period.
Okay.
Don't be in a rush.
Okay.
Enjoy the moment. You're 18, be a kid.
Yeah.
Make those kid mistakes. Once you turn pro, you become a man.
Okay.
Now you're a young kid making man decisions without the experience.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not just boxing. My Uncle George always told me, life is boxing.
Yes.
You're going to deal with it. You're going to take your bumps and bruises. You learn how to sway left, sway right. You get me? So it's patience would be the main thing.
Yeah.
Enjoy the experience. Yeah, you may take some losses, but that's an experience. It's a learning experience.
Yeah. Did you have a, well, you said you grew up in the gym. Did you ever have a come to Jesus moment in the ring? When you got knocked and you were like, wait, is this what I really want to do?
So I fought my first open fight when I turned 18. I fought a guy named Alan Carlton.
Okay.
This guy won regional and state Golden Gloves probably 5-6 years in a row by knockout.
Right.
So I weighed in at 200. He weighed in at 253.
Whoa.
So he didn't have anybody in his weight class.
Yeah.
I didn't have anybody. So I said, well, you want to fight? Heck yeah, I want to fight. This was the kicker though. The previous years, I would watch this guy, talk to him like I was a fan.
Yeah.
Because he would come with his crown,
Yeah.
with his robe, walking to, like nobody did that in the amateurs.
You like the swag.
Oh man, that was cool to me.
Yeah.
So my dad, would you want to fight him? Yeah, let's fight.
Yeah.
He hit me in the second round. I'm like, oh snap. I'm in here with a man.
Yeah.
Because he was 253, 34 years old.
Yes.
I was 18.
He was set.
He was a man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that part actually played a part in me turning pro. So I was shoes.
So this was prior to you turning pro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I turned pro right at 19.
Oh, wow.
You see what I'm saying?
So open is after amateurs, but before pro?
So it's actually, you got your novice, your intermediate,
Yes.
advanced. That's pretty much what you got your beginner, which is your novice fighters. And your intermediate is, smaller than 20 fights. So, but then you're open, getting ready to a national level, elite level, then you turn it pro.
Okay.
So it's like your semi-pro, I guess.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was tell me about your peak in terms of your professional career. When was that? What was the environment like? Who were you fighting?
Okay, so I think I was 23 or 24, ranked in the top 15 in the world.
Wow.
So.
And this was at cruiserweight?
No, this is a heavyweight actually. There was still Oleg Moskayev, James Tony Holyfield. The Klitschko's was still top 10.
Yeah, so that would have been
03, 04,
yeah.
05, yeah. So I was the youngest, even then, looking at them, and they 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, 34. So they always say, heavyweights start maturing about 33, 34, somewhere in that. So it's already late.
Because you got that old man strength.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
and you don't need as much speed at that division.
Well, no, I did. I was a small heavyweight.
Yeah.
So we're going,
traditionally
with my
speaking.
growth. Yeah, traditionally speaking.
Yeah.
So, but what helped me is because I was fast. My defense was good.
Yeah.
I didn't have the same power that they had because those guys was weighing in at 240, 250, whereas I was fighting at cruiserweight 200,
Yeah.
and then at heavyweight 215, 220.
But that's also at 6'4" too.
Yeah.
So you were kind
tall,
of wilder before Wilder.
Pretty, yeah, close to it.
Yeah.
Not with that power though.
Right. That's
Crazy.
different.
Yeah.
It's different.
If I did have that, it'd be a different ballgame. You know what I mean? But so and during that time, that was pretty much my peak. Then
Right.
life kicked in, and it's like you take a loss here, then it's you try to get another fight to rebuild,
Offset,
to offset it. But we weren't built right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I wasn't molded
Talk about that.
how I should have been. So when I first turned pro, David Gorman, the same manager of Donald Curry then, started me off.
Okay.
Well, he ended up dying, and then my dad took over.
Okay.
So my career really mirrored a lot of my dad's career.
Okay.
You see, so that he was a great coach, but now that I'm older, I would have got another manager.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So coaching wise,
You wanted a different boxing path.
You needed, you had to.
Got it.
But on the flip side, I'm thankful because it has allowed me to be where I'm at now, to be able to lead and guide my fighters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So without getting too deep into whatever trauma you may have experienced, What was the main takeaway that you learned from your experience with your dad as your manager?
It's always good. Boxing is an individual sport, but it's a team sport. Where as far as you have your coach, you have your manager, you have your cut man. Everybody has a role to play.
Yeah.
So
it's not always the best fighter; it's the best team.
It's the best team.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Coaching. He would have been coaching. We'd have got help. I would have even brought in another coach for another set of eyes.
Sure.
Then I would have got another manager to take care of just that. Business-wise. You know what I'm saying? So delegation is what I learned the most.
Yeah. Did you did you have any difficulties balancing family and career?
Difficulties? No, I don't think so.
Pretty supportive?
It's very supportive family-wise. At that time, actually, I got married at 20.
Okay.
So I was young. I don't even think, I didn't understand marriage.
Yeah.
We knew we was in love, or puppy love, or whatever, but I didn't quite understand marriage.
Right.
What the sacrifices it took. Because my sacrifices was boxing.
Yes.
And
you had already sacrificed everything for that.
Yeah.
You was almost truly married to boxing.
I was.
Yeah.
And come years later, we divorced, and I understand now why.
Yeah.
You were married to boxing. You wasn't really married to me. But we was young.
Sure.
And we ended up growing apart.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it wasn't too hard. Well, at least for me, I didn't think so. But for her, it was probably hard.
Sure.
Yeah.
But those are things you learn with life.
You live and learn. Yeah, you live and learn.
So now that you're in a different place, let's look back. When did you know that you were done with the sport as a competitor?
Probably 2 years ago.
Really? Okay.
So I was, well, let me rewind some more. I actually was in camp with Wilder.
Okay.
When he beat Stavern.
Okay.
For the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at him, and I said, well, he getting ready to fight for 12 rounds. And I'm just here helping, and I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I can still do this.
Yeah.
But it's more to the business than just that.
Yes.
My fights kept falling through. I'm training camp, fight fall through.
So you were still trying to fight even 2 years ago?
Still trying to fight, yeah. So even then, 2 years ago, we getting ready for the fight. A week before, fight, the whole card get canceled.
Wow.
But I'm kind of glad it did, because to answer that question, I woke up to go run about 4 a.m. And it was cold. And something hit me. I don't have to do this no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that point right there, I knew I'm done.
It's funny how it seems like when you interview every boxer that achieves that, so even UFC fighters, they get up one day and they're just like, nope, not no more.
I don't have to do it no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at that time, see, I know fast forward into coaching, I was still coaching. So it's like either you're gonna fight.
Now you hadn't started Dream at that point.
No.
Right.
Just helping my dad with some fighters and thinking of branching off doing my own thing. My thing was, if I'm gonna fight, I have to have tunnel vision.
Absolutely.
I don't really want to have tunnel vision for myself. I'd rather put that energy into my fights.
Your desire to focus changed.
It totally changed, because either I'm gonna get better than what I was, and it's not even in my to just settle.
Right.
It's not even in my mental just to accept fights for the money. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't want to be at a mediocre version.
Not at all.
Right.
So either I'm gonna do it and excel, or I'm sitting my butt down.
Are you happy with the way your career?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It took me some accepting, but I love it, because I always say my career was the test dummy to help lead and guide my fighters now. So I've done the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Now I can direct them, hey, that's a good route. Don't go that route.
What would you say your peak of success was? What was your defining athletic achievement that you kind of hang your hat on?
Probably winning the USBA belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can, that's a belt. When you go back and look, Klitschko had it, but even further back, Muhammad Ali held that belt.
Wow.
So nobody can take that away.
Absolutely.
I might not have became world champion, but that one belt right there, I've held that belt at a time when it was still a competitive and important belt.
Yes.
So that's what got me ranked in the top 15.
Yeah.
Top 12. You see what I'm saying?
That's definitely, anytime you can hold a title, that's
for sure.
You can't take it away from it.
No. So even winning the WBO Latin America belt, the USBA belt
it's above that.
Oh man, it's Muhammad Ali held it.
Absolutely. And is it fair to say that the United States is still the cream of the crop when it comes to boxing athletes? I mean, Mexico's probably up there.
For sure. You got a lot of other countries.
Yeah.
Our thing that stop us is the distractions. Because Mexico, like you named Mexico, either they have soccer, baseball, or this sport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That there's only three main that I know.
Like you're talking about national
sports.
Right.
Russia, Germany, Cuba, they have schools for this stuff. This is all they do.
Right.
Whereas us Americans, we have the talent. Right. But because we have the talent,
you just pick whatever you want.
Yeah, baseball, football, soccer, track. Yeah. Whatever you want to
Get in the gym when you can. That type of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So our dedication to the sport isn't what theirs is. But because we are so talented, it still helps us excel.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the talent that you may have encountered. When you look on Kendrick's Facebook page, there's always glimpses and flashes of Throwback Thursday experience and exposure to people that the regular public just doesn't have. For example, I saw you just as far as you were for me, listening to Evander Holyfield give somebody advice. And so I want to know, what's advice from a big name that you really treasured, something that stuck with you at any point in your career?
Let me see. That's a good one. I received some. That's a good one. I don't really have one set of advice.
Probably have several.
Quite a bit. When I was fighting Bernard Hopkins, hey man, keep your jab going.
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis, keep your jab going.
I could listen to Bernard Hopkins talk for hours.
Oh, you and me both. Yeah. But just from those two to tell, hey, keep your jab going. Shoes, I better keep this thing going. Yeah. You see, or even
tie it up here.
Yeah, for sure. and you just, that's what you go off of. You know. Ken Shamrock, sparring with him before. Yeah. Hey, you gotta learn when to flip that switch. Yes. Outside the ring, you Kendrick, you friendly, you cool. But once you get in that ring, you're a totally different person. That's why I can relate when Deontay Wilder, I'm Deontay, but here I'm the Bronx Bomber.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I learned that from Ken Shamrock.
And it should be noted that here at Dream Performance, he is consulting for all types of athletes,
for sure.
Especially UFC.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you feel like you get a healthy amount of respect from them?
I do. But the reason being...
Not for kicks.
No, definitely not for kicks. Yeah.
So, he's not taking nobody down.
Not at all. But since I was 18, I've sparred with everybody from Guy Metzger to Ken Shamrock.
I know Guy.
To Alistair Overeem. Yeah. So that respect there. Yeah. And those are some UFC legends.
Absolutely.
So I think because I do have that background, I get that a good amount of respect.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And you've put in your time too.
I put my time in.
Absolutely. And that belt in that ranking helps too.
It helps, man. It helps, dude. Yeah.
So let's talk about Dream a little bit.
Gotcha.
When did that desire spark? Was it after you woke up that day?
No. Actually, and I need to correct, because we were Dream Performance Academy.
Okay.
And we took off the A and kept it Dream Performance.
Okay, yes.
So the spark, I knew I've always wanted to teach. Yeah. From my career, I knew I can lead somebody else to be better. Yeah.
And I saw that Brandon and I were talking, we saw that gift years ago. Yeah.
Really?
When you were still competitive.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Okay, thank you. I was helping my dad. Yeah. With other fighters and just sparring. But my best friend actually, it's probably 12 years ago. I went to spar overseas somewhere in Austria. Okay. And his thing was, man, who's helping you get better? Right. You helping all these fighters get better. Who's helping you? Well, I am a pretty good teacher. He said, you can't be a teacher right now, you're fighting. Yeah. But that resonated, that seed. Yeah. I will make an amazing teacher. Right. You see what I'm saying? So now I started taking what I was learning and keeping it up here. For when my time came, now I can teach. Yeah. There's a lot of coaches but it's not a lot of teachers.
Define the difference.
So any coach can YouTube and boom, tell you, boom, boom, do this,
Just
hold
give you
this.
drills, make you tired.
But that teacher can explain, hey, throw your jab like this. If you don't, this is what's gonna happen.
Yes.
This is the benefit of this. You see what I'm saying?
Who are some of the teachers that you like in the sport of boxing?
Eddie Futch, Emmanuel Stewart. If I can leave just a couple. There's definitely more. I don't have them on top of my head just like that. But those two.
Yeah, I like the relationship Virgil Ward and Andre Ward.
I love him.
Virgil Hunter and Andre Ward.
I look at him, even Derek James. Those are mentors of mine, and they don't even know.
Yeah.
Well, I told Derek James.
Yeah.
But I look and listen, not just to the fight. I listen to how they talk and transfer, articulate things to their fighters. Hey, with Andre Ward, his Virgil, it wasn't, hey man, throw that jab like this.
Yeah.
Hey man, keep throwing that pretty jab.
Yeah, yeah.
Angelo Dundee actually did Muhammad Ali like that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Encourage the positive.
Encourage the positive, because Ali was so different.
Right.
You couldn't tell him, man, don't throw the jab like this. Man, keep throwing that. Ooh, when you hit him with this one, that was pretty. Muhammad Ali's thing was pretty, pretty.
Yeah.
Shoes, if it's pretty, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
So if I can leave a legacy.
But the bad is ugly, so just don't
mention it. Yeah. If I can leave a legacy of inkling of what they left, I'll be happy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So who is your ideal, when somebody walks in this gym, you're like, I want to work with that person? Or when you see somebody on TV, what's your ideal athlete or client?
I don't have one, man. I just love teaching. I'm going to rephrase that.
Yeah.
The athlete that loves to learn.
Okay.
I'm willing to work with.
Do you find that I've heard this in other sports, as the generations change and with the iPhone and social media generation, athletes aren't as willing to accept criticism. Do you notice that in the sport of boxing?
So, you know, a lot.
Yeah.
Even with a couple of my own fighters. So I'm the one that I don't mind explaining. Once I explain it, don't ask again.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you how this works, why it will work. Yes, we can consider how you're doing it, but this is going to work a little bit better.
Right.
At a certain time, that may work, but majority of the time, this way going to work.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You're saying don't ask again. It's like if you continue to do it your way, don't ask you for help again?
Not even that. I need to get to that.
Yeah.
I probably need to get to that. But more so, if I'm explaining it, do it.
Right.
I've given you the total breakdown of
blueprint.
Now you don't even have to ask why I'm throwing this right hand like this.
Okay.
It's going to work.
So you're saying once you've explained it, it should be set in stone.
It should be set in stone.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And you know, I know a lot of, especially the old school coaches, even my dad was like, hey, I said do it.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Do as I say.
Exactly.
Just because I said so.
But that didn't help with me.
Right.
Because once I started traveling, I knew, okay, there's more than one way to hit this dude with this jab. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it helps to have a reasoning behind it.
Exactly. You know, and I may explain a little bit too much sometimes, but that's just my way of doing things.
Sure.
You know.
And then you notice with all the great teachers, usually they've found over the years just the right amount to say.
Exactly.
And that comes with experience.
Exactly. Even Teddy Atlas. You know, I was looking. He has a great clip with him and Timothy Bradley.
Yeah.
And you know, Timothy Bradley, he wasn't losing. Right. But he just wasn't performing how Teddy knew he could.
At his capabilities.
At his capabilities. He said, hey man, you've been here before. You've been through the fire. You know what you're doing. He's never been here.
Yeah.
Wow, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Timothy Bradley went Brandon Rios. Yeah. Went out and knocked him out the next round.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? But he knew the exact words to say at the perfect time.
To trigger you in the right direction.
Exactly. Even with when he did Michael Moore. You're going to regret this in the morning. You better wake up and go perform.
Wow.
And Michael Moore going to win.
Yeah. Sometimes he needs just a wake-up call.
It's just that wake-up call. He didn't cuss at him. He just knew what to say, when to say it, and how to say it.
Sometimes not cussing is like more infuriating than being cussed. Yeah. Because it's like, at least, you know, it's just like your dad saying, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
And that's hurtful.
Yes, absolutely.
That's hurtful, yeah.
So tell me, how's it different being in a fighter's corner versus being the fighter in the corner?
Totally different. From going to the weigh-ins, when I first started coaching, I'm like, all right, let me go stand in line with the fighters. Yeah. Let me go, sir, you coaching now. Yeah. You need to go get this certification. Right. You need to do this, you need this. going to the corner, I had to learn to accept that they may not have the same heart.
Wow.
And I can't instill that heart in them.
You want to.
You want to,
Yeah.
but hey man, I can't fight for you.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna let you just take no beating either.
Right.
I will stop this fight.
Yeah.
Because there's life after boxing.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Have you ever been in that position?
Yes, and I will do it.
Really?
Yeah, I will.
So you felt that we're jumping the gun a little bit, but you felt okay with the Wilder decision?
You have to.
Yeah.
Because
Would you have done it early?
I would have done it earlier. But then again, I probably would have done it earlier.
Okay, let's take it back.
Okay.
We're gonna. This is a viral moment. So
Indeed.
Let's walk through your eyes in that second fight.
So, at the point of the stoppage, it's like you get a lot of people say, well, man, he has a puncher's chance.
Mhm.
He can always come back.
Mhm.
Confidence in that punch wasn't there.
Right.
He was physically beaten and mentally beaten.
Yeah.
They can edge him on as much as they want to.
Yeah.
But
Do you think it was the punch behind the ear that did that?
no, man, that was just a totally different game plan that did that.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury, he brought something that I didn't even think.
Right.
Oh, okay, well, where'd that one come from?
Mhm.
He bullied the bully.
Yeah.
Once you take the heart away, the mental, it's like,
Do you think it was because he pressed him more than he's ever
It's
been
totally
pressed before?
excuse me, totally different.
Mm-hmm.
To be shaken,
Mm-hmm.
for lack of better words, at what I'm used to,
Mm-hmm.
it's a difference.
Yeah.
Now, what else can I go to? I didn't hit this man with the
And you're
best
talking
shot.
about a man who's never lost either.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Every time I hit, the difference, I know I'm switching a little bit.
Please.
The difference from the fighters of the 70s and 80s and Deontay Wilder,
Yeah.
where people compare to boxing.
Right.
Well, he wouldn't make it back then.
Right.
Well, he would,
Mhm.
but that slight difference, he has complete confidence in that right hand.
Yeah.
Those guys had power,
Yeah.
but the confidence in their power wasn't the same.
Right.
So they had to learn how to box. They had to learn how to.
Right.
They knew the.
So they needed armor.
They
of
needed
skills.
armor of
Yeah.
skill.
Mhm.
Whereas for
Because a lot of people compare his power to George Foreman's.
and it's still totally different.
Mhm.
Because even Foreman realized, okay, I'm not gonna knock out everybody. I better learn how to box and maneuver and think a little bit more. Now it's at that point with Wilder. Okay, I'm not gonna knock out everybody
Yeah.
because you notice in one, he can still go back on. Well, I dropped him a couple of times in fight number one, but shoots in fight number two, he ain't even hurt.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now, a lot of that plays into you. Now I got fatigue. Now I'm,
And he knew, to some degree, that Fury could take his best
he could
punch.
take. He took it.
Yes.
You see what I'm
And
saying?
got
So
up,
and got up.
which has never happened
That-
before.
Once that mental psyche
Yeah.
of a fighter is broken,
Yeah.
you got to have the supporting cast to be able to tell you how to work through that.
Now here's where a man like you can say something that not a lot of people can say. He's activated his rematch clause.
Yeah.
What do you do to advise this man based off of your career experience? Let's say there's a Fury Wilder 3. Ideally, when would you want that to happen? And what do you want a 34-year-old to learn between now and that time?
So my thing is take the time. Really, let your body heal, but most of all, let this heal.
Yeah.
That brain, let that heal.
How, in your experience after a loss, how long does that take? Especially after a tough loss.
After a tough loss like that, I just compare it. Man, it could take months.
Yeah.
Listening to when Timothy Bradley fought Provodnica, he said, man, it took me a year to get over that beat.
Yeah.
You know, even though he won,
Yeah.
but just the physical that he went through, it took him a year.
Yeah.
So my thinking, hey, take the time.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Now, when you activate a rematch clause, does that have to happen right away?
It just depends on what's in that contract.
Okay. Everything is different.
Everything is different. What you know, what I'm saying? Especially at that level,
Sure.
everything is different. As far as the skill I need him to learn, I'm going to show him old videos of him in the Olympics.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because he actually threw combinations in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Now you're just a one-handed fighter.
Yeah.
You got your jab.
He used that as a crutch.
It's a crutch.
Okay.
You know, now it's a jab, but it's not that skilled jab that it used to be.
Yeah.
Because you ready for this one. No, let's get back to them basics, get back to moving, and now we got to get back to that educated jab.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to set
Because he
this
still
up.
has that length.
He said, listen, sparring with him, surprised the heck out of me. He was green back then.
Tell me what year this was.
So, whenever he fought Stavern for the first time, 2015?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. That first fight when he fought Stavern.
So just FYI, we're talking to a person who sparred Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. Been in the ring with him.
Yeah.
Dude sparred with 20-ounce gloves and can still crack.
Whoa.
You see what I'm saying? So he
Break that down for the layperson.
So your average workout in the fitness, people would wear 12 ounces.
Yeah.
You know, something like.
Yeah.
Well, he got some dynamite right there.
Yeah.
So he get the heaviest glove that he can.
Wow.
That they even make. To pad it a little bit.
Yeah.
Not because of him, but I need to protect you.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he hit me with something, and I blocked it.
Yeah.
There wasn't no pillow. I said, okay, don't get hit like that again. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, it's something simple as turning the wrist to block like this or like this.
Wow.
You do it like, okay, he might break that.
Yeah.
Don't do that again. You see what I'm saying? So the dude, the power is real.
Absolutely.
And I totally understand why his confidence in his power is like it is.
Yeah.
It's something. He's an athlete. He was tall. The dude, he underrated. I give people, he's underrated. It's almost like some people say, well, he overrated because of the lack of boxing skill.
Right.
But
It's overrated for people who's never stepped in a boxing.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? To me, and that was, like I said, that was in 2015. Here we are, 2020, 2019.
Yeah.
That's time to build up his mental, because he was green then.
Yes.
But his greenness is what got him to where he was.
Right.
Because it's so unpredictable. He can move this way and hit you with some junk. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now,
almost kind of like Roy Jones with the lead hook.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now it's a matter of getting back to what got you there.
Right.
What got you that bronze in the Olympics?
So how do you convince? He let somebody go. The gentleman that doing
Mark
the top
Briggs.
form. Yeah. So what do you do when a man is in that state about arming him with a good team? Can you help somebody?
So
like that?
I truly believe you can. You know, they have that old saying, you can't teach your old dogs new trick.
Right.
I'm against that.
Okay.
Because I believe the right person can trigger something into that old dog.
Okay.
That will make him, you know what, maybe I do need to readjust. And it takes the right person.
About speaking the right way.
With the right way, and he has a certain amount of trust and confidence in that person.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There are coaches and trainers that can get there, but I wouldn't have let Braylon go now.
Yeah. It seems like he did a lot immediately. In defense mode.
Immediately. This is my thing. And I've been in camp with him. I'm kind of biased with everybody.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, this is the first time I put this on record. I probably would have let him go sooner.
Really?
The reason being, my skill level isn't where it's supposed to be. I'm too concentrated on this right hand.
Right.
Instead of
So it was really the preparation for the fight.
It's the preparation.
The loss.
You see what I'm saying? It wasn't a fight. It's the preparation.
Yeah.
And I've heard his, saying, well, my gear was too heavy. Listen, keep those excuses. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it might be true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But accept this loss. Let me go back and regroup.
Because what's really the bigger way? Is it the day of or the 12 weeks before?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And you had this fixed, but there was a time when it's like, you know what? And most fighters do it. Well, man, listen. If it's not broke, don't fix it. It's working for me.
Yeah.
That can help you. That can hinder you at the same time. At that point, it hindered it.
Yeah.
Because certain things need to be fixed. You get what I'm saying? In order for us to move on and keep what we got.
Absolutely. That's great insight. So we need to talk about our current state in America and in the sport. What do you see as a gym owner, as a former boxer? How is this worldwide pandemic affecting the sport? how is it affecting your gym, and how does it affect fighters?
So, I go with the gym. For now, we're on lockdown. Can't come in. So, what I'm doing with my fighters, I send them a lot of YouTube videos. YouTube, I need 10 things that you can learn from this fighter and this fighter. What would you do different? So now you got what they did, what their fighter did, what would you do different? Or what advice would you give them?
Yeah.
So it's mental preparation. Even though we on this break, you still got to work.
Right.
The physical break, now you have to find you something to do at home, or we'll meet at the park or outside.
Right.
You see what I'm
Or
saying?
you have enough space.
We got enough space. Because see, with boxing, you don't have to have a gym.
Right.
I can hold mitts at the park.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So now it's more.
And you
so,
got your hands covered.
And you got your hands covered.
There you go.
More so now, it's mental and allowing your body time to rest.
Yeah.
Because we take beats.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So I think it's a plus. A lot of people looking at the bad.
Yes.
But now, as far as a world business owner, we froze everybody's accounts.
Yeah.
This is what we do to pay bills. So now it's like everything is at a halt.
Like you said before, boxing is life.
Boxing is life.
Yeah.
So now it's okay. Well, what can we do now to bring in income? You get what I'm saying? Virtual training, still sending people workouts, keep them happy.
Yeah.
That's the business owner.
Scale back a little bit.
Yeah. So it's affecting everybody for sure. You get me?
What do you think as far as promotions and some of the fights that have been set up? How's that gonna change? Certainly for the rest of the year.
Shoot, listen, it's huge now. They postponed the Olympics.
Yes.
So that should know how
It
important.
affects a lot of sports.
You see what I'm saying? So, but the good thing about that is the Olympics is worldwide.
Yes.
So that shouldn't affect the local stuff.
Right.
Even the national tournaments. You see what I'm saying? So they did cancel the Golden Gloves or region and state, but now they've postponed or rescheduled the national Golden Gloves for August. I think they did.
Okay.
So we still have to pick up with our, regional and state. So as soon as this is over, boxing gonna be booming.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm big on my fight. Hey man, stay fight ready because we don't know
What the demand is gonna be.
We don't know.
Yeah.
You give them some. We don't know how long this will last. I can go into all my own personal thought. It could be over next week.
Yeah.
Or it can be over 3 months from now.
Absolutely.
Stay ready. You're doing this downtime is when you need to be in the lab. Frankenstein.
Yes. So let's talk about some of the, we could probably wrap up with this. Let's talk about some of the possible risks of being in the sport. And, we've lost a few big names in the sport of boxing. Not necessarily boxing related, but possibly.
Possible. Especially with Roger.
Roger Mayweather passed just recently, and then Pernell Whitaker passed, but in a non-boxing related incident. First of all, describe the impact of those two on the sport and on you personally.
Oh, shoot. So I'm big on both of them, actually. I've seen my fighters Pernell all the time.
Yeah.
Because I have quite a few lefties. So as unorthodox as he was, I need y'all to pick up some of these things. Because this dude was a short man, but he fought big.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Even their battle together against each other was something huge.
Yeah.
I'm big on fighters from the 80s. Their mentality.
And Pernell Whitaker's a name that the mainstream world doesn't know, but boxers always seem to bring up.
Yeah. Defense.
Yeah.
But a lot of his offense is overlooked because he had a crazy jab.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Even at 5'6", 5'6", he would out jab a tall guy.
Yeah.
So and they go to change where they always say, well, the taller guy outboxing the shorter guy. Well, he proved that the shorter guy can outbox a taller guy.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it definitely was the boxing world takes a hit, but at the same time, legacies live on.
Yeah.
And the good thing is we do have YouTube, so we can go back and relive their best moments.
Absolutely. Talk about Roger Mayweather's legacy.
It's a black mama, man. Underrated, I believe. But at the same time, a lot of people don't know that his coaching started when he was fighting.
Yeah.
His teaching started when he was fighting, working with the youth and working just building up.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So his legacy, he coined the phrase everybody don't know about boxing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So, which is a true statement,
Yeah.
especially coming from him, somebody who was in it,
Mhm.
did it, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and took the best fighter.
So you're saying Stephen A. Smith doesn't know about boxing?
Don't get me going with that. You see the video, you saw the video, you know.
You don't throw it like
Yeah,
that?
you feel me? So, nah, it's totally, don't get me going with this stuff, man. That's just like, you know, with you in track. You know, that's me telling somebody, hey, man, you supposed to run this 40 like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I ain't never ran no 40. You see what I'm saying? It's
Sure,
like, dude, you never been in the ring like that.
So, you know, we gotta bring it up. You know,
Mhm.
we know about how CTE's affected the NFL.
For sure.
What are your thoughts on how, you know, the brain is affected by boxing and that experience? What do you educate young fighters about that? How do you educate young fighters about that? How do you prevent damage? And, you know, what's something maybe you would have done differently?
So the good thing is I had fights stopped,
Yeah.
but I was never knocked out.
Right.
I never knocked unconscious.
Mhm.
I never took just crazy beatings.
Yeah.
The name of the game is to hit, not get hit.
Right.
It's not let me hit you one good one and take 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think me putting that seed into my fighters early helps.
Yeah. Andre Ward always talks about when his dad brought him to the gym, he was looking for a trainer that didn't want to
Indeed.
exchange.
Yeah.
He wanted to say, hey, how does my boy protect
Yeah.
himself? And that's how he found
Yeah.
Virgil Hunter.
My big thing is how can I teach you about life after boxing
Yeah.
while you're
While
boxing?
you're in boxing.
You still have to be able to function.
Mhm.
And that's something that I tip my hat to Andre Ward.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to, hey, I got this plan and I'm gonna stick to it.
Yeah. And he went out like Barry Sanders in his prime.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with big money on the table.
Absolutely.
The money is not worth my health.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when Floyd get paid this $300 million, hey, nobody's with you
Yeah.
once you hang them gloves up.
That's right.
You still gonna have to pay things.
So talking about life after boxing, this is the last question. What do you want Kendrick Releford's legacy to be?
Good man, good father, good husband, did good in the community, changed a lot of lives. Like Tupac said, I may not change the world, but I may spark that person to change the world.
I would. We want to thank you for your time,
Indeed.
man. You guys got to check out Dream Performance. It's, give the address real quick.
So 6707 Meadowbrook Drive out here in Fort Worth, 76112.
Absolutely. And your social media, where can they follow you on Instagram?
Okay, Instagram is Releford Fitness. It's a KRELE_fitness. And then I just did me a TikTok.
Nice.
So at Kendrick Releford.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And does Dream Performance have a page as well?
Yeah, so it's at Dream Performance.
Okay.
On Instagram.
And then they can probably find all your other stuff
Right there. All footage and all that good stuff.
You've given us some definite
Appreciate
gems.
it.
I've been looking forward to this conversation for a long time. Keep checking him out. Check out his social media. Thank you for joining us. This has been Pro Talks. We'll see you next time.
Indeed.